If we mute our microphones, the audio quality will always be better. Don't forget, we do have the chat room. I see Santa and Mahmoud are chatting with everyone. Sadaf is chatting with me. And make sure if you guys look at the chat, you can choose people, Amir, Ilya, Mahmoud, Sadaf, Santa, or you can choose everyone. And just choose everyone if you want to send a message. And we can all see it. Unless you want to send something evil, then you should do it personally. Waiting for name. Who just came? Who just arrived? Waiting for name. I guess we have to wait forever. So this week, let me give the control to Santa.
Marwa.
Marwa. How do you know?
I guess.
It's your guess. Make Santa the presenter. Yes. All right, Santa. The screen is yours. The mic is mine. Santa, how are you doing today? Good, good. I see too much of your screen. Can you tighten it up, please? And take us back to the beginning just for a second. Hader. Hi, Hader. And just like Ilya, I think this is Hader's first time. So let me explain to Hader. If you look at the GoToMeeting app, there's a button that looks like a microphone, and it's red. But if you click on the button, it'll change to green. And then I'll be able to hear you speak. If it's not green, I don't hear you, but I know hopefully you can hear me. And sometimes people don't want to talk. They just want to listen, and that's fine too. Santa, take me to the very top for just a second, please. There you go, Hader. How you doing, Hader?
Oh,
Nice to meet you.
it's nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Iraq.
From Iraq. Where in Iraq?
In the capital. I live in Baghdad.
Baghdad. Very good. I hope everything is good for you.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, everything is fine.
That's great to hear. Welcome to the book club.
Thank you very much.
All right. And once again, to Hader and everybody, when you're not speaking, make sure that your microphone is red, and that'll be good for our audio. There you go. Mahmoud's friend and troublemaker Marwa is here. Now, let's go look at the book here. So Santa has the picture of the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is the audio book that we are listening to. And if you have a print copy, that's fine. Having both is perfect. It's written by Robert T. Kiyosaki, and we are today going to be talking about Chapter 7 and Chapter 8. Chapter 7 was Work to Learn, Don't Work for Money. Interesting idea. And Chapter 8 was Getting Started, specifically, I'm looking up the chapter name now. I don't have it in front of me. Santa, what's Chapter 8? Overcoming Obstacles. Thank you. Overcoming Obstacles. So this is, we're almost done. Next Hangout, we are going to finish this book, and we will need to start a new one. I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do. And I'll let you know in the next newsletter. Also, I have some sad news. I hope you guys don't cry. But for the rest of 2016, we will continue the book club. However, I'm not sure if I will be able to continue it much in 2017. So I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I can, but I'm not exactly sure. For this year, I will continue the book club. And also, unfortunately, Santa will not be able to make the newsletters from probably the next book. So there won't be a newsletter, but don't worry. I still want you guys to make summaries, and you can give them to me. So I will be conducting the the Hangouts all by myself, starting next month with the next book probably. Just to let you know that this is coming up. Mahmoud, we will kill you. No. So it depends on the it depends on, you know, the enthusiasm and everything, but you guys are enthusiastic. I love you guys. But it does take some time, and I'll see what I can do. Don't worry, I'm not going to betray you, but I'm letting you know that that might happen, just to let you know. But anyway, we have all of September, October, November, December. We've got 4 full months, and we'll see where it takes us. So I want to go to the top when we can. I'm about to sneeze. Hold on a second. Whew, I just sneezed. Marwa, can you hear now? Marwa might have a bad connection. Santa, take me to the very top, please. We're going to go ahead and start with the summary. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Chapter 7, Lesson 6, Work to Learn, Sadaf's summary. Sadaf, go ahead and read us your summary of this chapter, please.
Yes, but you really made me unhappy, Coach.
Oh, it's 4 more months. Don't worry.
I'm angry with you. I don't know, but if you can, just continue. Okay,
I'll do my best.
Thank you. Okay. In the summary of Lesson 6, Work to Learn, Don't Work for Money. When it comes to money, the only skill most people know is to work hard. If you are a cook, sometimes it's not important how delicious your food is, but the way you advertise, sell, and deliver, it matters for people. And the next important subject is having good public relations. You need to know a little about everything. Learning new things for having a better business is better than a secure job. Fear of failure is the main reason of being unsuccessful. For any decision, the first step is the hardest. But if you have enough education about selling, marketing, or whatever needed, it will be easier for you to know about business system. Now seek to learn, and then you will learn more. Manage your cash flow, your time and system, and also manage people. Use smarter people than you to have a professional results. Communicating, negotiation, and handling your fear of rejection are golden keys. Wealthy families give money away, plenty of it, unlike the poor who feel that charity begins at home.
That was a really great summary. And last week, your summaries were a little bit too technical. This was really good. Excellent job. I think it was a great summary.
Yeah. You have a really good memory, yes, seems.
I have the memory of an elephant.
But mine is like a fish, a red fish.
That was great. I don't have anything to say. It was a really great one. I'll talk about my feelings a little bit later. Let me go right to Mahmoud, Chapter 6, Work to Learn, Don't Work for Money. Mahmoud, talk to us.
In the past, it considered consistency on one job something positive. Today, movement between multiple functions, it has become better. Why? because the experience that gained helped to make the right decision in difficult situations. You must know a little about everything, and with financial intelligence, accounting, investing, marketing, and law, people need only to learn another one skill. It is sales and marketing.
That's it?
Yes.
That's great. I really liked it. I really liked it. Now, Mahmoud, I'm going to be mean to you, okay?
Mean to
I'm going to be mean to you, not nice.
not okay. Not nice. Okay. Okay.
So,
You're free.
I want you to not look at the screen, okay? And I want you to tell me the same thing again. I don't want the same words.
I can't tell you the idea of this chapter.
Okay, you can look at the screen, but I'm 10 years old. I'm 10 years old, and I want you to tell me the same story. Uncle Mahmoud, what is the story about?
Yeah, it's about you must try another job. Not only one job. You don't should to be in one job. You must try another job to gain skills for marketing, for contact with people, for how you buy, for how you sell, something like that. When you take this experience from different jobs, this help you in one exactly job or a special job for you. After you take all experience of different jobs, you have a good idea how to make decision or how you rules or sorry, I tried to.
No, you did great. You did a great job. That was really good. I liked it.
Yes.
It was better. Go ahead.
And also he made work for learning something, and I do this in my past. When I graduated from college 2002, I worked for 6 months in office without any salary. I don't care about salary. I care about the information or experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After that, yes, I take salary, of course.
That's great. In America, we call working for experience for no money, we call that an internship.
Internship.
I-N-T-E-R-N-S-H-I-P. So you could say I was an intern. After I graduated college, I was an intern. Were you an intern at an architecture company?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, that's excellent.
And this helped me. Now I have big experience, really.
Absolutely, yeah. It's sometimes it's a luxury, but if you can do it, it's a huge benefit, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. I really liked it, Mahmoud. Santa, take me back to Mahmoud's beginning of his summary. Yeah, so I didn't like your first two sentences, and that's what I wanted to hear. In the past, it was considered, in the past, consistency was considered. You want to change that, Santa? Thank you. So in the past, consistency was considered something positive. Today, movement, okay, changing jobs, today, changing jobs is better. So yeah, just cancel it out. Okay, and let's go back to the first sentence. In the past, instead of consistency, Santa, let's type staying at one job. There you go. Yeah, and just make it easier. So what you said is the same thing, but just make it easier. And I liked your second time. So once again, in the past, staying at one job was something positive. Today, changing jobs is better. Make it easier, Mahmoud, and it's going to sound better, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Great job. We got a couple more here, lots of them today. Marwa, go for it. Let's hear Marwa's summary, and we'll have Eva after that. Hi, Eva. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. Glad to join you.
Very good to have you. Marwa, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. How are you, Coach Shane?
Very good.
I haven't seen.
Go for it.
How are you now? Okay. I just wondering if you read your emails. I've sent you millions of emails before.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
a
know.
very sensitive subject, so of course I did, and I greatly appreciate it.
Okay. Okay. Can I begin now?
Yes, please.
Okay. Work to learn, don't work for money. An amazing quote from a poor dad? No, from the rich one. It is surprising that the rich dad who seeks to learn even a little about a lot, he decided to study trade,
Dedicates.
business.
You said decided. Dedicates.
Oh, sorry. He dedicates to study trade, people, business styles, and leadership. He enhanced his financial intelligence by learning accounting, investing, marketing, and law. He left four secure jobs in almost 2 years to practice sales and marketing, the most important two skills which poor people lack. On the contrary, poor people think it is better to be specialized, to learn more about less, to ignore that this specialty will trap them and will make them depend on it. They had to learn new strange skills, such as anyone hates the gym, although it will make them feel better and live longer. Highly specialized people can make an excellent hamburger sandwich, but McDonald's will be the best at selling and delivering even an average one. Rich Dad established his company. All his acquired skills are crucial to his life success.
Very good. Very detailed summary. So if we go back to Sadaf and Mahmoud's summary, they were very overall summaries, give you a good idea of the general story. And if we look at Marwa's summary, it's much more specific, and I liked it. You took those long ideas and you made them very short and very simple to understand. We'll talk about it again, but great job, Marwa.
Thank you. I actually like this chapter so much.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, it's a subject. Yeah, it's a subject that people understand but don't do.
I will try to do.
Right. Exactly. Sorry, what was Coach Shane's review on Marwa's? Oh, great. It was very, Marwa's is more specific to the actual things he recommends. To the actual things he recommends. He recommends doing. Great. And we have one more summary from Eva. So this is the same chapter. Everybody's just giving us their interpretation of the chapter. It's great to listen to these interpretations. And I'm the final judge. So Eva, go ahead and tell us about lesson 6.
Okay. The whole book is about how to become a rich person and deals with different ways how to achieve it. One of the rules focuses on education and learning. The traditional way of thinking is being specialized in what you do, and it's expressed in statements: know more about less. On the contrary, the author tries to explain that know a little about a lot is much more important in becoming wealthy. This means that it doesn't matter what the subject you are involved in is, what you really do. The main skills overall are skills of communication, sales, and marketing. The rich are only people who can sell. What would happen if everyone was a seller?
All right, great, great. Now, this fourth summary is now about the philosophy of the chapter. So this is great. So the first two summaries gave an hold on, let me finish. Gave an overall view of what it was about. The third summary gave us more of a step-by-step idea. And the fourth summary by Eva is a little bit, allows us to think a little bit more. Eva, go ahead.
Oh, it's all.
Oh, it was great. I really
finished. It's a topic for discussion.
It is. It is. One thing we do not have to worry about is everyone becoming a seller.
I know.
It's so tough.
Hypothetical.
Right. You know, it's a great question, and maybe I'll take that question and we'll accept some answers in a little bit. That type of question needs some thought, though. It's not something we can just answer. Very, very good job. So for lesson 6, chapter 7, lesson 6, the idea is work to learn. Don't work to earn. A lot of people work to make money so they can have their life. And in order to make more money, many people believe they need to focus. So they start in, let's take a doctor. He used a doctor as an example. You start as a doctor, and then you focus on the stomach area, and then you focus on the large intestine, and then you focus on the bacteria in the large intestine, and then you focus on ulcers or whatever. You start pretty wide, and you get more and more and more focused. And the idea is, by becoming more focused, you become an expert. And if you're an expert, you're going to make some really good money. And that's true. That's true until technology makes your job unimportant. And that happens. That happens a lot. If you look at manufacturing, a lot of those people had very good skills, but robots, machines, they can do the same job and they lose jobs. Technology, you look at language learning. A lot of schools are getting smaller and smaller because technology, the internet, is allowing people to study English at home. So it really changes the things that you do. For me, as an English teacher, I'm really focused. I'm focused on listening and pronunciation and speaking. And that works for me. But in the future, one day perhaps it's not going to be any good. Maybe I need a general knowledge. And that's what he's saying. So when you get a job, you should probably try to get as much experience as possible. So you want to work at this company for this experience, maybe this company for a different experience. And he said the most difficult things to learn about are sales and marketing. Marketing and sales. So those two are the most difficult things to learn about. Can any of you tell me what is the difference between marketing and sales? Anybody? Oh boy, yeah, this is very important.
Think about it, but I realize that I don't know.
Right. And see, this is the thing. This is the thing. People need to really, we read the books and marketing, yeah. Sales, yeah. And we understand. But actually, we don't understand. So, marketing is showing people the value of your product. That's the idea of marketing. The idea of marketing is, I have a product. I don't have anything. Okay, here we go. I have a product. This is vitamin D. I have a product, and this is so valuable. It will help you do this. It will help you do this. It will prevent this. It will prevent this. And it's the price is a little expensive because we make it like this, and that makes it better. And this is so it's the story of the product. That's marketing. And marketing is actually a very important job. It tells the story of the product, and it tells you why you should want the product. That's what marketing is. That's all it is. It's giving information. That's what it is. Okay? Now, sales is actually coming to you and saying, hey, so you know about this? Do you want to buy it? That's what sales is. So these two are really difficult jobs. Marketing and sales are very difficult because when people do marketing, they only think inside their own head. I like it because of this. It's good because of this. It's very difficult to think inside of somebody else's head. It sounds easy, yeah, I can do it, but actually when you sit down to do it, it's very difficult, very tough. And people in marketing, it depends, but you really need to focus on one type of customer. You cannot focus on everybody. In marketing, you'll actually be more successful if you focus on a type of customer. For example, a 40-year-old man who has a family and a job, and he's too busy, he wants to be healthy. Focus on that type of a person for this product, and you'll be very successful probably. Okay? That's one idea of marketing. It's very tough to get your head into the customer's head and explain it to that person. Sales is really difficult because when you say, do you want to buy this? People say, no. It's really good. Shut up. So you constantly have to hear, no, 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 no. I bought it last year, not today, maybe next week. I'm thinking in a couple weeks. I'm not ready. I tried it. I don't like it. I used another company. Theirs is better. Your product sucks. I don't know you, blah, blah, blah. No, 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 no. And that's difficult. If you've ever done any sales, it's really, really, really difficult. It's very, very, very stressful. So finding the right customer is part of marketing. Advertising is a part of marketing, yeah. These are related. Sales and marketing in a company are often in one department, but actually they're very different. Marketing people and salespeople actually different. If you make a picture, and I'm gonna I'll just, Santa, I'm going to take the screen from you, okay? Hold on a second. Screen. Presentation. I got to take the presentation. Make presenter. Okay. Screen. There you go. So I'll try and make an example here. So marketing, engineering, this is the product maker, and sales. This is sales, okay? So marketing is like a really big circle, and sales is going to be probably about that much of marketing. They're going to be kind of different people. And engineering, I'll make a different color, is going to get a little bit of it too. And usually engineering and salespeople are very different. A lot of salespeople will sell something and not really know the product, and that's a big problem. Now, what you want to have is much more unification. You want these to be much closer to each other, but generally this is kind of how it works. So, yeah, this is the idea. Sales and marketing, it sounds like they're the same thing, but it's really different. This person is a storyteller, and they're a dreamer. They don't live in reality, usually. Fantasy. This person is a soldier. This person actually goes out and gets beat up and has the tough job. Salespeople, if they're successful, will make huge money. Huge money. Marketing people, they're just corporate people, and if they're successful on many products, they'll make big money, but not many people. Engineering people, they're the quiet geniuses behind a product. If the engineering team is really good, you need to find good salespeople. In my opinion, engineering is number 1, sales is number 2, marketing is number 3. These two are very important, but without the product, so me, I'm an English teacher, so my engineering is DDM and perf. Without the product, sales and marketing have nothing. If the product is really good, sales will continue to grow. And if I have good marketing, sales will grow fast. That's the idea. Mahmoud, did you study marketing and sales? Mahmoud, yeah, actually I did go to the MBA program, but yeah, I have tons of books on marketing and sales. Good. Ilya says, understood. Hater says, your product is good. Yeah. So that's why Kawasaki says, Kiyosaki says, Kawasaki's a motorcycle. Kiyosaki, that's why Kiyosaki says, have experience in many different areas. Then, when you own your own company, you're going to be really good. And even if you work for a company, you'll have so much experience, they can't fire you. You'll be valuable somewhere. The more focused you are, the tougher it could be in the future. You might get lucky, become the world famous doctor, surgeon, or professor. That's great. But in the world, how many doctors are there? How many professors are there? How many English teachers are there? To be number 1 is like really lucky. You might as well buy a lottery ticket. Very, very tough. Questions? Give the presenter back to Santa. Oh, Santa took a picture of my horrible screen. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm such a good artist. All right, everybody I think has a good understanding. Great. So we've studied the 6 lessons on how we can become wealthy. The basic philosophy, why do we want to be rich? So we have opportunities. So we have chances. If we're not, and think about this, this is true. You know, some people say, oh, money's bad. We're going to be, you know, evil and greedy. Well, no, you can be a good person with money and give your money away to charity, okay? But if you don't have money, a lot of people get nervous and they get scared. They worry about their job. They worry about their children. They worry about their neighborhood. They worry about their church or their community. And if you have money, you worry, but you can help. It's easier to help. So there are many reasons to want to be rich, and wanting to be rich is not a bad thing. So how do we do it? That's what we're going to start talking about, the last 3 or 4 chapters. Today we're just going to do one, chapter 8. Santa, take me down here. We have chapter 8, overcoming obstacles, and I kind of talked about one. Oh, good organization, it looks like. Very good. So Sadaf, I'll get my mug out of here, my face out of there. And Sadaf, go ahead and read your summary of, it's actually chapter 8, not lesson 7. Get lesson 7 out of there. Chapter 8, overcoming obstacles. Go ahead, Sadaf.
Okay. Some reasons may push you back. The first is fear. If you are afraid of losing money, so start earlier. All the rich lose money sometime. For winners, losing inspires them, so don't let losing defeat you. The second is cynicism. Don't play what-if game if you want to win. Doubt is expensive because doubt keeps you poor. If you lose, be an analyzer, not a criticizer. Don't think that sky is always going to fall if you do. If you do, bad things just happen to you, not anyone else. Focus on what you want, not what you don't. The third is laziness. There are lots of busy people who are lazy, by the way. They avoid facing some things they don't like. They don't have the time for taking care of their wealth, their health, and even family. The cure is being a bit greedy instead. It's not that bad because your mind hears what you whisper in your heart. The fourth object is bad habits. Give yourself enough money first and then pay bills each month. You need to be strong enough and mentally prepared to think about more income and earn much more money for bills, taxes, and etc. And the final item is arrogance. You should know everything about marketing and system because what you don't know makes you lose money. Don't think they're not important. Just find an expert on that field or a useful book. That's it.
Great job. Santa, bring it up just a touch, please. I want to see that. Oops, too much. I want to see all of Sadaf's section there. Great, great job. And what's really nice is as we read and listen to you, as we read along, it's very nice seeing your bold words there. Fear, cynicism, laziness, bad habits, arrogance. Those are the keys. And sometimes, you know, looking at fear is easy. Cynicism, maybe we need to read that twice. Laziness, easy. Bad habits, like what? That was a tough section. Arrogance, I loved it. What did he say? Ego plus ignorance, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I wish you would.
Like that.
Yeah, I wish you had added that, but that's excellent. Excellent job. Let's move on to Mahmoud. Oh, absolutely. Let's move on to Mahmoud and see how he accentuated all of this. Go for it. Going crazy.
There are 5 main reasons block you to become financially independent: fear, cynicism, laziness, bad habits, arrogance. Everyone has a fear of losing money. The problem is how you handle fear, losing, and failure. Cynicisms are skeptical, and successful people are analyzing. Living fear dominates the thinking will close your eyes for the chance of success. More reasons for laziness: busy all the time. The treatment of this laziness is greed. Moreover, the greed is I should think about the benefits that return to me from the work that what I do. If you pay dues of others before yourself, will remain so until the end. Whereas if investment carve out of your monthly income, the day will come to pay the debt. We resort to the ego and pride to hide our ignorance. When you find yourself don't have sufficient knowledge, admit it, and faster to gather information and seek the help of expert to change this ignorance to deep experience.
I really liked it. Very good. A little bit more detail than Sadaf, but I want to look at part 4, bad habits. If you pay dues of others before yourself will remain so until the end, whereas if investment carved out of your monthly income, the day will come to pay the debt. Once again, I'm going to be mean. What? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Really?
Oh, that's a tough one. No, that's okay. I actually, to be honest, that section I needed to read a couple times too. That's a tough section.
Yeah, because I don't get what his idea, because he say care about yourself before another people or another or government.
Right.
So I don't understand how.
Yep. So let me explain that later. There's a couple things I want to talk about. So I'm going to skip that for right now, and a little bit later I'll explain what that means, okay?
Okay.
Everything else is great. Yeah. Fear of losing money. Yeah, that's what can you do? That's life. Cynicism, skeptical. Yeah, skeptics are the people who say, no, it's not going to work. I tried that, but no. Shut up. Laziness. Obviously, we understand laziness. Bad habits. That's the tricky one. Arrogance. Great job. You tied ego and pride. I love that sentence. It's a great sentence. We resort to ego and pride to hide our ignorance. That's such a great, better than Kiyosaki's sentence. That's a great sentence. It's true. It's what we do. Humans have pride, ego, and mirrors. If the human could get rid of pride, ego, and mirrors, humans would be much better creatures. Okay, let me go back to the script here. Santa, are there any others? Nope. Good. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk. I got a couple things, but let's first of all talk about this bad habits. So the general idea was pay yourself first before you pay your bills and your taxes. People who pay their bills and taxes first, that's a bad habit. A good habit is to pay yourself first and then pay your taxes and bills. So if you work for a company, what happens? You get your salary. But in your salary, they already paid taxes. So you already paid the government first, then you get money. And as soon as you get your salary, you pay for your house, your water, electricity, blah, blah, blah. And then you have some extra money. And then with that money, you put it in the bank, or you buy a TV, or maybe, if you're smart, you invest it in an asset. And hopefully that asset will grow and grow, and that will make more, the asset will make more money than your job, right? That's the idea, remember? And that's what he's saying. So if you have an asset that makes lots of money, you take that money and then you pay yourself. You get your car, you get your dinners, you take your vacations, and then later you pay your taxes and you pay your rent. He talks about when people have their money, they say something like, oh, I can't afford that. That's too expensive. I won't be able to pay for that. That's a bad habit. The good habit is, how can I pay for that? What do I need to do to make more money to pay for that? So you have money coming in, and take it. And then you realize, oh, but wait, I need to pay my rent. I need to pay electricity. I need to pay taxes. Okay, so rent is $100. Electricity is $50. Taxes, $50. So I got $200. So I have my money, and I'm keeping my money. My money's my money. But how do I make $200 more? Well, let me take my money and put it in an asset that creates $200 more, and then, boom, that asset pays for my stuff. My money's my money. What comes to me, I'm keeping. And what do I do with my money? What you should be doing with your money is creating assets. And the assets will pay for everything. You don't even think about that. That's what he's talking about. Once again, the bad habit is bills, 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 bills. Taxes, 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 taxes. I can't afford that. That's too expensive. Oh, no, no. Money, money, money. Bad habit. Good habit. Woo, made some money. Now take my money and make more money. Buy stocks. Buy gold. Create a product. Buy real estate. Invest in a company. Sell something. Buy, sell, asset. Create money. Oh, bills. Ooh, bills. I need $200. Asset. Create more asset. Asset, take care of the bills, and never worry about the bills anymore. That's the idea. That's the idea. The habit, the good habit, is invest, invest, invest. The bad habit is pay my bills, too expensive, too expensive. That's what he's talking about. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah, another thing I want to add.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he also is talking about that the voice of the government to take his money is very high. So he is enforced to do something to give them the money they want. And that is good habit to pay himself first, and then the government will force him to do something to pay his bills and other things.
Yes, so and that's what I mean. So pay yourself first, and then you look, oh no, rent, electricity, taxes. You cannot avoid it. You have to do that. But don't use your money. Don't use your money. Create more money. Create the money to satisfy the government. Now next year, it's not $100, it's $200. It's going to go up, of course. So keep investing. But yes, that's exactly right. That government pressure, the electricity company, I need electricity. The rent, I need my house. That will force you to pay. But don't use your money. Create the money. That's the idea. This is a really difficult thing for people to understand. And it goes back every week. We talked about this idea of creating an asset. You know, the word sounds easy, like marketing and sales. It sounds easy, but to sit down and do it is not easy. It really takes your brain. It really takes thought, and you have to create the idea. So today, he talked about two things that I really liked, and one was Chicken Little. Does everybody know Chicken Little? Santa, can you do a Google search for Chicken Little? Nobody knows Chicken Little? Oh, it's already 11 o'clock. Oh, I got to finish up pretty quick. All right.
Yeah, I know Chicken Little. It's a cartoon movie.
Yeah, it's a story. I don't think it's Aesop's, but let me find it. It's a movie.
An old story?
Yeah, it's a very, very old story. Now, I don't want the movie. Chicken Little story. There we go. So I'm going to give you guys this story. Santa, I put it in the chat room. Please put it in the book there. So I want you guys to read this story. It's a short story. It's very short, and I want you guys to read it, okay? Later, not now. So I'll skip that. You guys need to know Chicken Little. Chicken Littles are not good. Don't be a Chicken Little. Don't listen to Chicken Littles. Chicken Littles are not good. Now, let's do something else. These days in America, it's too short, Mahmoud. These days in America, do you guys have probably heard about Donald Trump? And Donald Trump talks about one thing. He talks about one thing. What does he talk about? Does anybody know? What does Donald Trump talk about?
In the chapter.
Great.
Keep going. Keep going. Everybody's dropping out. What does Donald Trump talk about? He talks about building a wall. Have you guys heard that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where does he want to build the wall?
Because he's a horrible guy and you don't believe it.
No. Where does he want to build a wall?
Between Mexico.
Right. Between Mexico and the United States. So I'm not going to talk about politics, why he wants it. I don't care about that. So let's do this. We're going to be thinking rich dad, poor dad, okay? And the idea, this is what he talked about. He talked about take lemons and make lemonade. Does everybody understand that expression? Take lemons and make lemonade. You guys understand?
Okay.
Okay. So let's say the United States is going to build a wall. Is the wall good? Most people say it's not good. Some people will say it's necessary, but it's ugly. It's not nice. It's cold, blah, blah, blah. Some people say it's terrible, it's evil, blah, blah, blah. So basically people will agree, even though they like it or they need it or they don't, they will agree it's not nice. So the wall is a lemon. Now, let's create an asset. So we have this wall, this terrible thing. Let's make it an asset. Let's create lemonade. What can we do? We have to build a wall. We're going to build a wall from, all across the border of the United States and Mexico. The wall's going up. We can't stop it. But what can we do with this lemon to make lemonade?
Make subways under this wall.
What? Again. Did you say make a subway?
Yeah.
Great idea. But why a subway since it's going to be high? What about like a high-speed rail?
High-speed rail?
I'll write it down. Santa, can you write this stuff down? High-speed rail on the top of the wall. What about that? Santa, can you show a picture of high-speed rail? Okay. That's a great idea. So when you build a rail, it's a train, everybody. It's a train, okay? So when you build a train, it needs a foundation, a very strong foundation. If you're going to build a wall, why not build it like the Great Wall of China? This really strong, big, solid wall. And on top, there you go. Have this. Look at that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Why not put on the wall a high-speed train? I think it's a great idea. Mexicans can use it. Americans can use it. This is Marwa's suggestion. Basically, you said subway, but I'm going to change it to high speed. Is that okay? Hello? Can anybody hear me? I don't know if anybody can hear me or not. No, it's to travel along the border, If you think about borders, and I wish I could make a picture. So if you think about borders usually go from water to water. They cross land, usually from one river or ocean to another water point. And travel between these areas is usually pretty high. In America, definitely. We've got in the Texas area, lots of oil, lots of manufacturing. In the California area, lots of Asian products. So the international trade could really benefit if there was high-speed rail. There is no train, a high-speed rail, so it's actually a brilliant idea. This is a very good idea. So yes, so that's a good idea. Anything else? What else could you do to make this lemon into lemonade? Make it pretty. Yeah, make it a park. If we think about a wall, it's like ugly and, brick and stone. Maybe we could make it a park. Maybe we could have some themes around it and stuff like that. Sure. We can sell hammers to destroy it. Now, once again, seriously, if the wall goes up, the wall goes up. So we can't destroy it. So what else can we do to make it good? Not just for the U.S., but for Mexico too. What can we do to make it good? I can think of one other thing. There are probably many other things. Actually, I can think of two other things, but definitely, yeah, and everybody, this is the idea. Santa says, get creative. Yes, this is really tough. We look at something that we don't like. But that's what a loser does. A loser looks at it, loses, hates it, done. Not a winner. A winner is going to look at it and say, okay, so what can I do? This is the key element. It's so difficult, but this is what you need to learn to do. If you can do this, you will be able to create assets. And if you have good habits, your assets will grow. I have 2 more ideas. Should I give you the ideas? I do have to finish the class, or can you guys think of another idea? I'll give you one of my ideas. So between California and Texas, or along that border, the Mexican border, it's basically the desert. And if I say the desert, what do you imagine? Dry. If I say dry, that means there's no clouds, it's only sun, solar power, the whole thing. Mexican side, American side, solar power. That's, that electricity will pay for itself very soon. Solar power for Mexico and Texas and California, New Mexico, Arizona. Boom. That's just a perfect structure to have massive solar power station all along it. That would power the train. It would make extra power for the people who live near the border. Genius idea. With that solar power, you could have what they call a desalination plant, which takes seawater and takes out the salt so that you can have drinking water. So that solar power could create more water from the oceans. Wind power, there you go, absolutely. Wind power, absolutely. If we have this water, that we create this fresh water that people can drink, we could also basically make a irrigation system, a water system along the border. Farming could grow. We could actually increase farming on both sides. So, and the idea, if people have jobs and are making livable money, people are generally happy. So this is just a couple ideas. Why they can't build solar power station without? Of course they can, and we do. I used to live in Nevada. I'll show you a picture. New tab. Oh, I got to change presenter. Hold on a second. Make presenter. New tab. And we'll just go to Nevada. And I'll go to Google Maps. Can you guys see this? Yeah. So I used to live down here in Nevada, and I used to live. This is the water supply. Right down here, you see this? I'll make a pen mark here. You see this black area? Right in here in the middle? That is a solar power plant. Here's another one here. Okay. And we are creating more solar power plants. We have them. The problem is property, and the U.S. government is investing too much money into private people. If the U.S. government wants to have power plants, use the border. It is already U.S. government property. So if you look at this area, hold on a second. You can see this is just a massive solar array. All of this is solar panels. You can't really see well, but anyway, it's all solar panels. And if you went down to the border here from, and let me clean this up, and for all the way from here along the border, and whoops. Anyway, it's a free land to put this investment. It's free land. Right now, they have to pay for the land. They have to rent the land. And people who own the land, they're smart. They charge a lot of money, ridiculous money. This land, it's already the government land. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. See, Hader, Ilya, people are starting to think. Now you're starting to think, okay, we have this horrible thing. We have this evil thing. What can we do to make it benefit us? What can we do to help people? And this is the idea of creating an asset. It's really difficult. And when our emotion is involved, it's more difficult to create an asset. When you are trying to become rich, you need to create assets. And when you create assets, you cannot allow yourself to be emotional. You can't do it. It's bad stuff. Questions? Go ahead, Eva.
Tough, difficult.
Not easy. Not easy, that's for sure.
And I don't know how the other people, but it's very far from me, from my personality.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is the idea. Eva, if you went to the bookstore, would you ever buy this book?
No way.
No. But what about your husband? Would he?
Probably not too.
But maybe your son or your daughter, you might know somebody. This book absolutely is not for everybody. But there are people. I know, for example, Amir, and I think Sadaf too, I think Mahmoud too, they do think about this, especially Amir. He said it. He does think about this. He would buy this book, and now maybe he's getting some ideas to create wealth for him and his family and his country, and that's the idea. But
Yes,
Eva, I know, but Eva, even though it's far from your personality, one thing that's really good is this lesson of taking lemons and making lemonade. It's not easy.
It's not easy, yes, but it's also about everyday life, because
Yes.
we have different situations in
Different goal.
And goal and anything, and something when it's not very nice, we try to make it nicer. That's it. That's the lesson.
Yep, that's right. That's right. So if you're not about the money,
Not always about money. Yeah.
there you go. There you go. That's exactly right. Great. So Eva, you have taken this lemon and made lemonade.
Not yet.
Any other comments or questions? Otherwise, next we're going to meet again in 2 weeks, and we're going to finish this book. We're going to finish it up. We've got about a sixth of the book left. We will choose another book after that. If you have suggestions, email them to Santa. Santa will be with us the next lesson. That'll be it for Santa. I'm firing Santa. Her work is terrible. She's being ridiculous. She's too demanding. It's just driving me crazy. I'm joking, Santa. So yeah. So it'll be the last newsletter, but the book club, like I said, will continue for sure for several more months, and maybe into next year, I don't know. But if you have suggestions, send them. I have an idea too. Comments, questions? You guys are so quiet today. Go ahead, Marwa. Amir, what was that?
I wanted to say that that mental part is the most important and difficult part, isn't it?
So tough.
You mentioned Tony Robbins last session, that he says if you want to have a breakthrough, there are 3 parts, and the third part, the least important, is strategy, and the second one is your story, and the first one is your mental state. I think that I'm experiencing it. coaching. That mental state is very, very, sometimes it gets really tough, and yeah.
That's right, Amir. And the idea of the mental state, just for people to understand, basically having a good mental state means taking the emotion away. No emotion. And that's so difficult. It's really tough. It's too easy to get emotional. Oh yeah! Or oh no! It's emotional. That's not how you do it. Some people do it and they get lucky, but it's generally not how you do it. And it's so tough because we're emotional. For a lot of people, everybody's emotional. But interestingly, everybody, very interesting, if you look at many leaders, not all, but many, they're not emotional. They're almost like robots. They're almost like sociopaths or psychopaths. Really, they're very Hero. I hope I didn't kill you guys.
We are alive.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I have DDM Live today coming up in about 40 minutes. So if you're a member, I will see you, hopefully. And
please, please continue this book club. Please, even it will be not for free, but please, I really like it, and I think everybody here don't want to leave it.
No, and I do enjoy it too. The thing is, it's hard for me to describe, but it takes a lot of time, a lot of creative time, and I read the book and I saw your comments. Oh, Shane knows about everything. No, I don't. But I have to be prepared to explain this. So it takes a lot of time for me to say, okay, how am I going to do this? How do I explain it? So that's why it really does take a significant amount of time to give you a good hangout. I want the time to be valuable. So time is my enemy. There are so many other things that I do want to do. If you follow me on YouTube, you'll notice that CodeChain ZSL is active again. Daily Dictation is active again. The podcast is up again. We'll get Let's Master English podcast going again. So there are lots of things that I do want to do, but I'm just one guy and I can't do everything, and that's the reason. But I'll try. And for 2016, 4 more months, definitely. After that, we'll see.
But let's try to think about a different form of it. Maybe we who join the club, we can divide our maybe duties, or we can divide who is a leader for this book, who is a leader for this book. Maybe, I don't know, it's just idea which comes into my mind. So.
See, Eva and Amir, you got it. Right now, Eva, again, is taking a lemon and making lemonade. That's exactly right. So, yeah, you guys have these ideas. Please send it to Santa. Once again, in 2 weeks, that's probably the last newsletter. So if you've got an idea on what we can do to help reduce Coach Shane's burden, it's not a burden, but to help reduce my workload, I would love to hear it, because I don't want to quit. When I start something, I don't want to quit it. It's just a war. I have, there are a certain number of hours in a day, in a week, and I have to put those hours in the best place. So, yeah, let's create some more lemonade. Great idea, Eva. Send an example, your idea, some suggestions to Santa, and Santa can put it in this next newsletter. Thank you. Ilya says, thank you a lot. I'm very glad to join your class. It's great. Oh, I'm very happy to have you. Very happy.
Why 10 p.m. 10 a.m.? There was a different time.
Ah, it's the same time, 10 a.m. Chicago.
Okay.
For me, it's the same time. So it'll be the same.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic couple weeks. I will see you in 2 weeks. And finish the book. Finish the book. If you're new, like Ilya and Haider, and if you go to get the free audio book, I recommend waiting until we decide the next book, and then get that one for free. Okay, so you can get this one if you want. It's a great book, especially if you want to be rich. It might be a really good book, but otherwise, just go ahead and wait. Thanks, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Don't you think before starting, when I hang out with you guys, it's always lemonade.
Okay, goodbye, Coach James.
Take care. See ya.